WrestleMania 41 night one is in the books, and we got to talk about it, man. What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to MKE MANIACI. So the show just wrapped up. The press conference is currently on, but I wanted to give my review and just my thoughts on WrestleMania Saturday for WrestleMania 41. Took notes throughout the night for each match. I'm going to talk about what I liked, what I didn't like. Just my opinions on what happened tonight. And y'all, please chime in the comment section down below of what you thought about WrestleMania 41 night one. So without further ado, let's just jump right into it. So the show started off with the World Heavyweight Championship on the line. Gunther defending against Jay Uso. So, and I'm going to be brutally honest about this. Just, you know, what I got in my notes. I got the phone right here. So, this was a standard match. Honestly, this is what we probably seen at Saturday night's main event. It wasn't a bad match. It wasn't a memorable match. I honestly felt like the match was a little bit short. Gunther did control most of it. Of course, we got heel tactics from Gunther with the championship belt to the head. That was actually a nice spot in the match. But a crowning moment for Jay Uso. You know, you knew Jay Uso winning the Rumble after losing so many championship opportunities throughout the years against Roman and against Gunther. You kind of had to finally pull the trigger on Jay Uso, man. You can't just have him lose here tonight and then, you know, then what? It's like at that point, it's like, man, just put the title on him. I mean, he's already extremely over with the audience. The kids love him. He's pushing merch. You know, tonight was definitely, obviously, going to be his moment. What I don't agree with, you know, I'm okay with Jay Uso winning this match. I like Jay. I'm okay with him winning this match. I thought for sure when he started doing the Uso splashes, I thought he was going to go all four corners and get the win that way. But he did 3 splashes and put the sleeper hold in on Gunther. Now, what I didn't like about this, and maybe I'm nitpicking a little too much, I feel like Gunther tapped out way too soon. I'm not okay with the fact that Gunther even tapped out. So this is his second WrestleMania in a row losing that. And then he taps out in quite quick fashion. I don't know. I would have probably been a little more okay with just the 3 or 4 Uso splashes and then the 1, 2, 3. But having Gunther tap out is kind of questionable. And that's just my opinion. But like I said, this match right here, it was standard. Just normal match. But Jay Uso got the win. We also got that right on the predictions of Jay Uso dethroning Gunther. Where do we go from here as Jay Uso as World Heavyweight Champion? Backlash, of course, is coming up. I would imagine Gunther being a champion as long as he's been, maybe he gets a rematch of some sort. Are they still doing rematch clauses in WWE? Maybe Gunther gets a rematch against Jay Uso, either Raw after Mania or at Backlash. So, but congratulations to Jay Uso, new World Heavyweight Champion. That was a great moment that he had with Jimmy after the match too. So moving on, the World Tag Team Championships, War Raiders defended against Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods of the New Day. This match pissed me off. I'm not even gonna lie. Again, another standard match. You honestly could have done this on Monday Night Raw. Now I know in the predictions, I'm like, man, Big E has to get involved. Maybe make Big E special guest referee, have him get involved in some way. Why else would you put this on the card? And then I saw the sponsor, Clash of Clans. That's why this match is on the card. It's not to have Big E come back and help the New Day and just have this, you know, Big E as a heel manager and this and that. Nah, this was just for the Clash of the Clans promo, the mobile game. So, this just felt like a match we could honestly had this Monday on Raw. You know, I don't understand the strategy as far as pushing that TLC match that they got planned for the WWE tag titles on SmackDown this week. Why not just do that match at WrestleMania and then give us War Raiders versus New Day on Raw? That's kind of backwards to me. Maybe, you know, War Raiders, Eric and Ivar fit more on brand for Clash at the Clash of Clans game. And I don't know, man. I just feel like this was kind of like a for the sponsors type of match, but nothing memorable at all about this. So, but congratulations to the New Day, new World Tag Team Champs. We also got that correct on the predictions as well. So at this point of the show, I'm like, man, this does not feel like WrestleMania. It started very slow, very, very slow, but next up we had Jade Cargill versus Naomi, the first one-on-one women's match with no championship on the line in 19 years since, what was it, the Playboy Pillow fight, WrestleMania 22. So we did get a new theme for Naomi, which was very interesting. You know, it's probably gonna take me a little bit of adjusting to get used to Naomi with a rock theme, but that was different. This match right here wasn't bad, honestly. I think Jade Cargill was showcased perfectly. She was showcased like she should be. Great display of strength. I love the innovation of the moves, that turnaround powerbomb that she did. And kudos to Naomi as well. Naomi really took care of Jade Cargill in this match. She made Jade look like $1 million. And of course, Jade got the win, which we also got correct in the predictions. And for those that, you know, I've seen some tweets of people saying, oh, Naomi shouldn't have lost. She just turned heel. Naomi will be fine. This is perfect. This is going to just add to the villain arc even more of Naomi. But perfect way for Jade Cargill to kickstart this singles run, which I do see her running into Bianca Belair at some point, whether it be for a championship or not at SummerSlam or WrestleMania in New Orleans next year. But, you know, I'm invested, 100% invested in Jade Cargill and the singles run that she's going to embark on. But yeah, this match wasn't bad at all. Next up, the United States champion LA Knight defending against Jacob Fatu. This is where things started, you know, picking up a little bit for me. This was a pretty fun match to watch. Had some cool moments in it. That moonsault from Jacob Fatu into that BFT from LA Knight. That was a great spot. Jacob Fatu was able to dethrone LA Knight in this match. So again, we got that correct on the predictions as well. Got to point that out. But this is great for Jacob, man. Like, he hasn't even been on the roster for a year, and not only gets a WrestleMania match, but you walk away from WrestleMania with championship gold, defeating someone like LA Knight. Incredible. Great moment after the match with Haku, man. Like, Jacob definitely deserves it. You know, I noticed in his entrance, Solo Sikoa was by his side. He then went to the back afterwards. But, you know, Jacob Fatu, man, like, this guy, prime example. Like, he's really living a WWE 2K my career in real life, man. Winning the championship at WrestleMania. Honestly, I don't even know who's going to take him off, who takes that championship from Jacob Fatu, honestly. It could be Solo Sikoa, it could be anybody, but I just don't see it happening in the near future. I think Jacob's going to be champion for a very long time. As for what's next for LA Knight, maybe it's time we move him into... Are you guys still invested in seeing LA Knight as WWE champion or world heavyweight champion? Is it time to, you know, excel LA Knight to that next level? But either way, man, congratulations, Jacob Fatu, new United States champ. Next match, we had El Grande Americano versus Rey Phoenix. So I was watching the kickoff show. Rey Mysterio announced that he suffered an injury last night on SmackDown, which is extremely unfortunate. To get injured a night before you have a match at WrestleMania, I don't even want to. I mean, Rey's been around a long time. He's been in a lot of WrestleManias, but man, it's WrestleMania. No matter how many you've been in, it has to be a horrible feeling knowing that you have to miss a WrestleMania. But this was a great opportunity for Rey Phoenix, who made his debut within the last month, and now he's, you know, on this grand stage. Of course, WWE announcing the acquisition of AAA, Lucha Libre. So that's going to be cool. We get a Worlds Collide in June. So that's going to be really cool. This was a fun match. Very fast paced. You know, that's how I like my wrestling, man. The fast pacedness of this match was great. Some cool spots also. It was like that, what did El Grande do? It was like a moonsault into a 450. Like, it looked like he was gonna do a regular moonsault, but then it was like a backward senton. I don't know what it was, but it looked really good. Of course, El Grande got the metal thing in his head, and, you know, got the win that way. Honestly, I hope they continue this El Grande Americano thing, and judging from the way that this is going, I think they're going to continue this for the long run. I think we can still get glimpses of Chad Gable some weeks, and some weeks we get El Grande. But man, I can just see the merch is going to be kicking. Of course, you got AAA Worlds Collide coming up. I wouldn't be completely against El Grande even winning the United States Championship at some point, man. Like this, I'm kind of invested in this El Grande character, man. Gable is gold. Like he can take anything and turn it into something, man. Gable is the man, but yeah, he got the win. El Grande Americano got the win over Rey Phoenix at WrestleMania. So next up, Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair for the WWE Women's Championship. And by the way, we did pick El Grande to defeat Rey Mysterio, but he ended up defeating Rey Phoenix, so he got the dub either way. But back to this, Tiffany Stratton defending the Women's Championship against Charlotte Flair. I did notice, I have in my notes, they both matched each other somewhat. Charlotte had the pink and blue. Stratton, of course, the Barbie theme, the pink fit. I thought that was a cool little touch. I don't know if that was intentional or not. I did also notice that Charlotte took more of a teacher's role in this match. This match did have some moments where some things looked a little stiff. It looked like communication was off a little bit between the two. Like Tiffany was, you know, kind of trying to keep up with Charlotte a little bit. And I'm cutting Tiffany some slack. You know, she's still fairly new. I mean, what, 3-4 years in come on now. You got to, you know, give her some slack for that. And a big thing for me, when I saw Charlotte come out and she had the leg brace on from the knee surgery, I'm like, is this going to be the same Charlotte that can compete at a high level? You know, and they really made you question it throughout this match because Tiffany started attacking her in that knee, and Charlotte couldn't even lock in the figure 4 leg lock. So, and Charlotte also dished it back out to Tiffany's knee as well. But man, I got to give it to both of them. Like, yes, this was no Charlotte versus Rhea WrestleMania 39 by any means, but this was a great match, and it was a great showing for Tiffany in her first ever WrestleMania. Tiffany, of course, retaining, and we got that correct on the predictions as well. But man, Tiffany looked like she went through a war. It looked like her tooth was chipped. She had a big knot on her forehead. But I think her teeth was good at the press conference. It looked like it was good, but yeah, Tiffany went through a war. That talk about paying dues, and I don't think people realize how big of a moment this is for Tiffany Stratton. Like, you beat Charlotte Flair in a championship match at WrestleMania. Any other era, yeah, Charlotte would have walked out with that championship. But you know, it's definitely Tiffy time. So where do we go from here with Tiffany Stratton as a women's champion? I think there's still, like I said on the predictions, there's still a lot of meat on the bone left in Tiffany's title run. Jade Cargill is a good, you know, contention person for her. And Tiffany being a babyface, you still got Naomi, you got Bianca, there's Rhea, the draft is coming up. You can shake some things up with NXT talent. Man, like, things are just getting started. But now as for Charlotte Flair, I can see Charlotte start to maybe put her focus into either capturing one of the mid-card championships, so that being Women's Intercontinental Championship or Women's US Champ, or she goes and finds herself a tag team partner and goes after the Women's Tag Team Championships, which I don't think the tag titles is not at this moment for Charlotte, but there are more championships in the women's division for Charlotte to go after, and you know, she probably will go after. But I do, after this match, man, I kind of don't want this rivalry to end. I just think a one and done wouldn't do it justice. Maybe they run it back at Backlash one more time, but you know, Tiffany getting the win, I'm okay with that. So main event, the triple threat match, Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns versus CM Punk with Paul Heyman in his corner. So first off, I have to say, CM Punk's entrance was phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Hearing this fire burns, are you kidding me? Man, I'm in my living room singing it. Just it was incredible, man. Brought back so many memories of CM Punk, and I just love the story that they told in that video package during his entrance. Of course, he got the live performance of Cults of Personality. I liked how fast they got to the action in this match too. The pointsiness of Seth trying to convince Roman to help. I heard that he name dropped. I heard the name drop of Mox. I don't know if anybody else heard it, but the point of Seth trying to recruit Roman Reigns to do the Shield power bomb on CM Punk through the table. Roman said, "F that, I'll do it myself." Power bomb Punk, and then Seth also got a power bomb himself, man. So This match was great. This was a fantastic main event. Everything that I thought this match would be, it absolutely was. I liked how Seth gave Punk. I think he gave him the middle finger, it looked like, and the screen blacked out. But the part that everyone's talking about, we knew Paul Heyman in some way was going to get involved in this match. Paul was going to be the decision maker of this match, no matter what happened. So he grabs a chair. Roman and Punk looking at each other. They looking at Paul. He slides the chair to Punk. I'm like, oh, I mean, technically this ties into the favor. Punk had the chair. Heyman hits the low blow. He gives the chair to Roman. I acknowledge you, my tribal chief. Roman goes to town on CM Punk. And then he shifts his focus to Seth Rollins. And immediately, I'm thinking back to everything we've been talking about for weeks, all the internet theories of Paul Heyman could leave WrestleMania with Seth Rollins. And I kind of pushed that idea out of my head because I'm like, man, too many people are saying that. WWE's not going to, then I don't know. I just don't. It's like, as cool as it would have been at the time, like, when I started seeing the think pieces and everything, I'm like, nah, that'd be cool to see, but I don't think it's going to happen. But as soon as Roman was lining up Seth with that chair and I'm looking at Paul's face, I'm like, oh man, Paul is going to help Seth. He low blows Roman. Listen, one thing, what's to say, death, taxes, and a chair shot to Roman Reigns back from Seth Rollins is what you're guaranteed in life. And Rollins got the win and deserves this win. I picked CM Punk initially for this match. This was the only match I got wrong as far as who won it. But I did say, like, Seth deserves this. I mean, when you really think about it, this is 10 years after Heist of the Century. 10 years after Heist of the Century. Seth has been there. Even through the injuries, man, he's constantly been the company guy. He never walked out. He never wanted, elongated time off. He never did any of that. He's been there week in and week out, stellar matches. Listen, Seth has been WWE's MVP. I say this every single week. Seth deserves this moment. I'm glad they gave CM Punk the opportunity to close out a WrestleMania. Of course, you got the star power of Roman Reigns as well. But Seth Rollins, for so long, I just felt like was always overlooked. Always overlooked. Like, man, like, he's right there. Like, you guys got to realize you got a gem in Seth Rollins. And for the last few months of his obsession with CM Punk and trying to get rid of CM Punk, trying to get revenge on Roman Reigns, knowing that it's forever up with Roman Reigns, regardless if that was his brother or not. Listen, Seth finally got retribution on both of them in one night while leaving WrestleMania with the wise man Paul Heyman. This is going to shake up a lot in the WWE because now where do we go? Punk was betrayed by Paul Heyman. He's going to want answers. Paul Heyman betrayed Roman Reigns. Reigns is going to want answers. Do we run this back for SummerSlam? We're not going to see Roman for a while. I think Roman is gone home. We're not going to see Roman for a while. Do we get the Rollins and Punk, another Rollins and Punk feud? Maybe we get some stipulations at it. Who knows? But something that I thought when the show went off the air, I wonder if this plays into John Cena versus Cody Rhodes. Now, hear me out. Hear me out. Seth Rollins doing such a massive heel turn like this. And I don't think they're going to, this is just me. I'm freestyling, right? I'm just talking. But what if we just get like some ultimate Paul Heyman as the manager, The Rock, John Cena, Seth Rollins thing going on? Like something that flips WWE completely upside down. But then again, I'm just talking. This whole Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman thing could be something completely separate. But one thing is guaranteed from this. I think Seth is going to be either world champion or WWE champion very soon because of this. This is going to be one of the most talked about pieces on WWE programming for the next few months. This is going to carry us through that little bit of lull that we get post WrestleMania up until SummerSlam, Money in the Bank-ish. It's going to carry us through this time. this whole alliance with Seth Rollins now being a heel again and Paul Heyman being at his side. But yeah, man, I can't wait for Raw. I mean, I can't wait because we got another night of WrestleMania and I don't want to go to work Monday, but still, this is going to be massive. Seth Rollins is now a Paul Heyman guy, it seems, and Seth mouthed to Paul Heyman, "I told you," as they got out of the ring. So, man, that congratulations, Seth Rollins, man. So overall, night one, it started out very slow. I was kind of like sitting there. I'm like, man, this just feels like I'm watching Monday Night Raw right now. It was nothing like too crazy. We didn't get, I mean, Sean coming out was pretty cool. You know, I spit the water in the living room when Triple H came out for his Hall of Fame thing. The wifey got mad at me for that, but I mean, it wasn't really like, I say things didn't really start picking up until LA Knight and Fatu. Yeah. It's like the first three matches, like, they just seemed a little short. I don't know if it was just me, but some of the matches seemed a little short. But yeah, it ended on a very high note, though. But y'all let me know your thoughts on WrestleMania 41 Night 1 down below in the comment section. If you are new to the channel and rock with me and want more wrestling-related content, hit that subscribe button for me. It's your boy MKE MANIACI. I'm out.